Africa is the future. Africa is the future of the world. Funny enough, the jobs that we refuse in Europe, in Africa, they are the jobs that we do here.
Them here. Yeah.
If you want to clean the toilets, you'll be asked your documents. Like, Africans, we like chieftaincy and all that, Yeah, so here we have a place called Ahimfie.
Hello guys, you're welcome back to another video of mine. On today's episode of Discovering Africa, I have a very special guest. But before he goes in to introduce himself, I'd like to give a brief overview about what Discovering Africa is. For those who do not know, Discovering Africa is a show where we tend to promote the image of Africa and change the negative narratives that people have about Africa. Okay, as well as talking about the facts, not to forget that. So let's get right into the video. Could you please introduce yourself for those who do not know you?
Well, my name is Michael Akinya. You can call me Kwame, Nana Kwame.
For the purpose of this video, we are going to call him Kwame.
All right.
Or we can call him Sukre.
Yeah.
He's an artist though.
Of course.
At the end of the video, he's going to give us an acapella. And then I'll put a link to his channel.
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel too in the description so that you can go and check him out. Okay, so Kwame,
yep.
You've lived abroad for a while.
Yeah.
About how long have you been here?
Well, I've been here for about 2.5 years now.
That's quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for someone who has been abroad, who's left Africa or who's left Ghana for a long time, how would you describe life abroad?
Well, I would say, when you're in Africa, or let's say when you're in Ghana, you have this perception that abroad is, like all fun, it's full of enjoyment and all like that. Since I came here, I realized that it's completely like opposite of that narrative, So, when you're in Africa, you have this perception that life in abroad is full of fun, it's full of enjoyment, but it is completely the opposite, because here we stress a lot. It's all about job, and job. If you don't go to work, you don't eat. If you don't cook, you don't eat. There's not like I'm going to buy those African foods, the cost, So it's full of stress. You have to do everything by yourself. So life is not that, easy here as the perception, has it. So
Kwame is trying to tell us that life abroad is not exactly how people perceive it when they are in Africa, or for us when you are in Ghana. Because people are of the view that life abroad is rosy. You just come here and then get greener pasture, automatically once you are here. But it's not really the case.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So before we even get into the other questions, someone might ask, how did they even get to France? So how did you come here?
Well, I came here through a program called TAPIF, or let's say Assistant de Langue. And then Assistant de Langue is a French program. It is organized by the France Education Ministry, France Education International, and then the France Embassy in Ghana. So they organize like students who are at the universities who like to come to France, discover the culture, and then exchange their culture with the French people. So I came here through that program to come in and assist the teachers in the class, in teaching English. And that was how I came here.
So basically, you are like a teaching assistant.
I was a teaching assistant, yeah.
Okay, so aside TAPIF or Assistant de Langue, which is a very good means of coming to France, what are some other ways that people can come to France?
France, or you mean Europe especially?
Let's talk about Europe. Yes,
generally?
let's generalize it.
Okay, so if you want to come to Europe, there is this thing we call motif. So there should be a motive while you are coming. It means motive. The motive is either you come here through an invitation. For example, you are coming, someone has invited you to come and then maybe spend your vacation or something. Or you are coming here through schooling. It means you are coming to further your education. Maybe it could be a university, a master's degree, or like a normal degree. So you can come here through invitation, school. You can also come here through job, like Tapif as I came through Tapif. You can come here through marriage, and then adoption. Like there are just
there are so many ways. For the job,
ways.
I think we can talk of the enseignant contractuel.
Yeah. On the job, we have enseignant contractuel. We have the Tapif. I'm mentioning it because it is what I use. Like I've tested it and then I know how it works. So Tapif, enseignant contractuel. We have Léger. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of Léger.
Okay.
I was going to ask what Léger is about.
So Léger
as in Léger, as in light. Something mean light, not heavy.
Something like that. But Léger is like people who want to volunteer and then join the French army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
So,
all right.
These are ways you can come to Europe.
Okay. So moving on from that, basically, what would you say are the documents that one needs to travel out of Africa or out of Ghana?
Well, so the basic documents we all need to travel is the passport. That is one. Secondly, you are supposed to have a visa. It depends on the country where you are going, because some countries have allegiance, or like they have some kind of agreements with some countries that you can enter those countries without a visa. But then it depends on the country. But then if not, your passport, your visa, or your legal means of staying in the country, like a document to prove, and that's the visa.
Do you need a residence sort of? People talk about residence sort of. You should show that you have a place that you are going to live.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It depends on it all boils down to
the country you are going to.
Yeah, the country, and then your motive. For example, if you are going for an invitation already, before you are given a visa, the person inviting you has to prove that he has a place to accommodate you. So accommodation is something you cannot take out. You should prove where you are going to stay, where you are going to live, the funds you are going to use, how you are going to fund yourself.
Yeah.
If you have a job already, or if you have some kind of money in your account that you are going to use to finance yourself during your stay. So passport, visa, finance, like funds.
Yeah.
And then we talk of
the COVID.
The motive, and then COVID test. Right?
These days, it's not. Some countries do not really demand it, but I think it's still safe. Or to be on the safer side, you should just have that. Be vaccinated. Yeah. Have your pass before you can travel.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you don't find yourself wanting.
Of course, they keep updating the rules every day, so you might not know. So it's better you do it. Like you do it, and then you are free. If it is asked, you will provide. If it is not, so yeah, these are some of the few documents you will find.
Okay, so when we were much younger, we saw these movies or films being made about Libya, people traveling to other countries by foul means, by sea, people walking, and all those sort of foul means of getting to other places. What would you tell people, Africans, let's be on Africans, who are trying to flee their countries to abroad, to Europe, or anywhere that they think has greener pastures awaiting them?
That's a tough question,
Yeah.
Because you can't, when you are in Europe, it's very difficult for you to tell someone who is in Africa that they shouldn't come to Europe. You get it? So, if you want to come to Europe, it should be by legal means. That's all I'll have to say, because coming by foul means also has implications. And then if you don't take care, you get to Europe. That is if God helps you. If you are lucky, you may get to Europe.
You may not even get here.
You may not even get to Europe. You get it? By foul means. This is by foul means. So you try to get here by legal means. But if you are coming by foul means, I would advise you to reconsider your decision, because you might even if you get the chance to get to Europe, you might regret like coming, because it is not. You see, it is. If you've not been here before, you have this perception that everything is okay. You get to Europe, you are rich. It's not like that. You see nice buildings, the pictures you see, it is not like that. The reality on the grounds is that life here is difficult.
Even when you want a job, I think you will be asked to present some documents.
Yeah.
And for people who even have temporary stay kind of visa, they are denied some jobs.
Yeah.
So how much more someone who has
nothing
at all?
That was what I was about to say. It is difficult in the sense that if you don't have legal documents to stay here, you can't find any work. If you want to sweep on the streets, you will be asked your documents. If you want to clean the toilets, you'll be asked your documents. Like, there's nothing like, you get it. It's very difficult to find jobs here. So It's not just easy. You come here, you see people sleeping on the streets, and then here it's so cold. You cannot. There is nothing like I have this family brother. I have this like let me go and see this person here.
Yeah.
Nobody knows nobody.
Yeah.
You can't go to someone and say, "Can I sleep at your place?" No, it doesn't work that way. So you go to the street, you find out that it is very cold. Even in your room, it is so cold.
Even in your room.
Even in your room. Imagine being outside.
And we do see people outside sleeping outside, which means
it is very difficult. You see people committing suicide, jumping to the railways for the train to just crash them because they are fed up, they are tired, they are feeling cold. So it's not easy.
And I think it's also because since you came through a foul means, it's hard for you to go back to your country because you realize this is not what I envisaged, and I can't also go back home.
So then you realize you've caged yourself.
Yes, there's no way out. So talking about jobs or getting jobs because of documents and stuff like that. Let's talk about jobs that people who are here legally, who are here, some maybe want something small to do on the side to gain a bit of extra money, because to pay rent and all of that. So what are some of the petty things that people can do to get a little bit of extra income?
All right. So what I know about France specifically is that in France, every European country will first provide jobs for its citizens before they consider, it's very difficult. So you find most, like a larger part of their population working. So if you are here and then you are here by legal means, and then let's say you're already working, you want some other petty jobs, or you're not even working, you want some other some jobs you can do. Jobs that are easy to find. I'll just highlight on jobs that are easy to find. You can try McDo. When I say McDo, I mean McDonald's. McDonald's, they are fast. It's just four steps on the internet. You just enter your details and all that, and then you'll be called for an interview.
And it seems they are always looking for people because
because people keep coming, going, and all that. So McDonald's is nice. It pays well. It pays, you can live on. You can live on it like an average person can live on the salary. So McDonald's. Here you can try travail en train. That means let's say a part-time job, like a temporary job. So for some months, and then when you're done, you can try for another month. So.
But let's talk about that one. I did my research too on that. I found a number of them, actually a lot of them. In my area, but it seemed like most of the jobs I found on there were menial kind of jobs like masonry. You're going to help carry things. You're going to help clean some floors, or agriculture. You're going to help on some farms. So you don't think you're going to get I don't know how
like an office work.
Yes,
we put it that way, an office work.
Yes, you're not going to get an office job or 9 to 5 or anything like that. For most African youth, they believe that there are no jobs in Africa. They believe Africa has nothing more to offer them. What would you say before you came abroad? Before you came to Europe? Were you also of that view? Were you doing nothing at all, or you had your hands on something before you came?
Well, before I came to Europe, I had the opportunity to go to Teachers Training College. That's College of Education. So I received training as a teacher, and then I completed my training. I was posted. So just when I was about to assume my post, that was when I had the opportunity to travel to France. So I was a trained teacher. But then on that question, as in
whether there are jobs
or no jobs, well, I would say I'll speak for both sides. There are jobs and then there are no jobs, because it all depends on the kind of job you want to do. You get it? Because truth be told, like people complete universities in Ghana, they've learned sound engineering, mechanical engineering, and at the end of the day, the jobs are not there for them to practice what they've learned in school or put it to use. You get it? But then if you really want to survive, I think there are jobs that are paying. There are jobs that people do to survive. You get it? So I understand the fact that African leaders are not helping a lot. The youth, they go to school. At the end of the day, the jobs that they've gone to school to receive training to come and do, the jobs are no more there. The jobs are not there for them to do. But then if you want to survive, like there are jobs that you can put yourselves in. Like just be creative. You get it? There are jobs that are paying, like selling, like something business, things that are moving on, phones, like anything that's moving on, you can just try something. So, and that's the same thing we do here in Europe, because here in Europe you might receive the training for this, but when you come here, funny enough, the jobs that we refuse in Europe, in Africa, they are the jobs that we do here.
Them here. Yeah.
The jobs that we refuse in Africa, they are the jobs that we do here. So if you really want to survive, like you have to do something. You have to just look around.
You may not want to be a cleaner in Africa, but you end up being a cleaner here. If you don't have an option.
So until the job that you really want to do are provided or is provided for you, like there are survival means, and then these are jobs that you look around. You look at the jobs that are moving, like selling, for example. Business, anything that you get it. So I think it works. I've tried it before, and then you can also try it.
Okay, so I also like to chip in something for the ladies, because before I came here, as I was in school, actually back in the university, I started also doing something for myself. I started a makeup and nail business, and I think it was thriving because I had people calling me even when I was in class. I want to come and fix my nails from different halls. Coming around, I heard you are really good, I want to come. They'll come with friends. So I think once you start something and you put in the work, you put in some effort, you'll just be able to make it. And when you are good at it, naturally you will get customers. You get something small to keep you going. So after school, if I really didn't want to continue any other thing, I think I could have focused more on the makeup and nails, and not that I've forgotten about it, but I'm just saying, if I didn't want to do anything else, I could have focused on that side. So any other thing, you can sell clothes, people do this clothes. It's all about branding. So if you brand yourself well, you can get, what's the name of that? Second-hand clothes.
Yeah.
And if you package them, or if you brand yourself well, you can, price them at, moderately above where you bought them.
Yeah.
And then you get people buying, and you get some money, profit. So anything, just to survive. I'm not saying that should be what you do for life, but don't come at me. Yeah. So okay, so let's come back to this place. Let's come back to where we are. Is there any African or Ghanaian community here? Is it easy to find like African cuisine, like the gastronomy, right? Gastronomy African. Is it easy to find like the marché African, like African market? Is it easy to find things that make you feel like your African self?
Yeah, so Africa is Africa.
Yeah.
You know how united we are. You know how brave, courageous. So wherever you go in Europe, there are Africans. And then one thing I like about Africa is a sense of unity. So when you go to like any country in Europe, there is this Ghanaian community, and then mostly it works through the churches. Mostly.
Yeah.
Yes, mostly it works through the churches, and then the mosque. There will be Ghanaians, like a place where Ghanaians. But then what I've seen in France is that there's a Ghanaian community here. They have a big platform where if you are lost, you just you can find yourself there to to
get
find
some
out
answers to
questions that are bothering you. Like if you need anything, they have a big platform in France, a big platform on WhatsApp. So when you come here and you see a Ghanaian, the person can add you up, and then you start moving, finding your way, to wherever you're going, or whatever answer you want.
Yeah.
And then talking about markets. There are African markets. Think about all the food stuff you can imagine. They are all here. Yam, fufu, rice, Nkulenu, everything is here. Even bomoni, how do you say, salted fish. They are all here. Red oil, everything is here. So we have these African markets where you go, you see African stuff you can buy. We have African restaurants where you can go get African dishes, jollof rice and all that. We have them here. And then aside that, we have what we call, Africans, we like chieftaincy and all that, Yeah, so here we have a place called Ahimfie, which is a Ghanaian term, it means chief's palace. So when you go there, we have the Ghanaian chief here. He's there. And then if you need any help, if you want to know how to do stuff in Europe, if you want any advice, it can be given. So
just like a regular
just like you're in Ghana.
Palace.
So
the palace, do they settle disputes?
I would say so, but even if they have to settle, it will be between a Ghanaian and another Ghanaian, because
Definitely.
in Europe everything is like court.
They wouldn't even respect that. I think they'll prefer their systems.
It will be better if you have any issue with a Ghanaian brother. you take him to the Ahimfie we have here, like the Chief's Palace here,
Yeah.
and then both of you, like, you resolve your issue as two Ghanaians or two Africans, you know.
I believe it's the same thing for, let's say, Nigerians, Kenyans. I
Yeah,
believe they
yeah.
do have those kind of
Yeah,
things
they are all
too.
here. We have like a lot of communities here. We have the Nigerian community, the Senegalese. They are all here.
So when you come, you definitely find, where you belong. You
Of
find
course.
people from your country too.
Of course. They can help you, you know, like give you survival tips.
All too soon, we've come to the end of the video, but before we end it, what are your final words, you know, to people in Africa or people in Europe from Africa? What would you say to them? Just anything you want to say to them.
Okay, so people in Africa, this is what I have to say. If you want to come to Europe, take your time. You know, it pains so much. It causes so much pain to my heart that people have businesses that are booming, and then they think, even with all these businesses, like this business that I have, I want to sell it up. I want to sell everything. I want to stop the business, take all the money, and go to Europe. Without you don't know anyone here. You don't have a brother. You don't have a sister. You don't have a relative here. You don't have friends here. You just want to throw away the money. Like you want to try your life.
Throw away your life and come and start all over.
If you don't take care, you come here and then you cry to be taken home. But then, since you came here without knowing anyone, without any job, like at the end of the day, you might cage yourself. You might not be able to go back. So take your time. Seriously, if you have any business that can help you save some amount of money at the end of the month, I think coming to Europe will be just to come and visit.
Yes, a vacation or a trip.
But then don't think coming to Europe will help you get more, because at the end of the day, you get more here, but then your bills are also like your bills.
You end up paying so much for bills.
So at the end of the day, you can save an amount that someone who has a business in Ghana is also saving.
Or might even have more.
Even sometimes those in Ghana make more. But then, you know, if you've not been here before, you don't know, so you would think that here is the heaven.
It's the heaven, yeah.
It's not like
paradise.
That. And then those in
Europe already.
Yeah. I would like to say that, you know, here, when we come here is not home. Home is Africa. Whatever you think Africa. Think of the future, because Africa is the future. Africa is the future of the world. Because when you look at the resources we have, you realize that if we start putting them into use, there will be no country, no continent in the world that can compete with us. So thinking about Africa is, if you are here working, think of saving, think of investing in Africa, think of making plans to go back home one day. Here is not for us. We are here to, hustle. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
To hustle. So if you come here, think home too. Save money home. Do some businesses home. Just make something for yourself, so that at the end of the day, you are a traveler. If things do not go well,
exactly,
you go back, you have something that you've saved at home. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
This has been really informative and exciting. There's been a lot that have been reviewed in this video, and I think we've given out a lot. We've answered a lot of questions, and I'm glad we could do this. But as I said, he is an artist or a musician. Yeah. He has a YouTube channel. I am going to put the link in the description. And make sure you check his channel out. But we can't just go without him giving us a freestyle. So he's going to give us just some part of his songs, or one of his songs.
Yeah, one of my songs.
Okay, so let's give him the. Let's give him.
There is a reason behind every love. There is a special reason behind every affection. But the true unconditional natural love, there is no special reason behind. Me here Check out.
Okay, so tell us your channel name, your YouTube channel.
Well, so I'm on YouTube as Kwame Sucre, same as Instagram, Kwame Sucre.
It's on the screen, guys.
Yes, Kwame Sucre. So you check out, you subscribe, and then I have a lot of new music coming, and then watch out.
So watch out, watch this space, guys. Alright, so I think we can say goodbye here. It's bye-bye. I'm going to link it in the description. 3 to 1. I'm going to link I'm going to link it in the hey.
3, 2, 1.
Script.